Hello everyone, welcome to Glorious Being server, or not really, because this is a backup running on my computer. Joining us today will be Ma, which is my wife, who is helping me on this eco adventure. Can you say hi, Ma?
Hello everyone, I'm Ma. So what we are going to do today, Gabe?
Today we're gonna see the Modpack we've been working on for the past week. Basically, we've launched a server 2 or 3 days ago. I've spent like 5 full days making the mods work together, so I thought, why not make it available for everyone, right? The only issue with the Modpack is that we are very close to the 7.4 version of Eco, and this Modpack is for the 7.33 version. But don't worry, starting tomorrow, I will work on making this 7.4 compatible. Of course, I depend on the modders to do it. This video will probably be a little long, so I will put timestamps with the mods on the description, so you can just skip ahead and watch only what you want. So let's start. What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the first mod on the list is a mod by Applesauce. It's called Trail Mix, and it gives you something to do with seeds you get. And you can see here, prickly pear seeds, creamy mushroom spores, fireweed seed mix, exotic trail mix. We also have forest trail mix, grassland trail mix. It's really cool, gives you something to do, always good in your recipes. The next mods on the list are the Arashi mods, which is the nature pack and the lighting collection. It's really cool. Everyone on the server is using, like you can see. This I didn't put this here. This is actually on the server. People are using those Japanese, I think, lights, and also those sorts of hedges, or I don't know how it's called, arches.
Yeah, this is very nice. It adds a very nice touch in the aesthetic.
And you can also just place things like this Victorian lamp. You know, people who are good at building can make really appropriate looking buildings. I can't, but yeah. So as you can see, people are using the lights. Oh yeah, Beantown, where it all started 2 or 3 rounds ago. But anyway. So the next mod on the list is a mod by Deru. I think it's a newer mod. It enables you like BetterMining, BetterLogging, and it enables you to use right click to collect all major plants around you. As you can see, I got 234. Mari is getting a lot more just by right clicking. The range is 5 blocks, so yeah. And the really cool thing is that it doesn't pick up any plants that is not mature enough to be collected. So this could save a lot of time from farmers. One might argue it's a little OP, but it's up for you to test and rebalance, right? Next up comes the mods from Geekness FR, which is the light sensor and the floor light. So if you may accompany me, Ma. That street light turned on based on our proximity. Sorry, Ma, can you come back? I just trolled you a little bit. And as Ma come back, she'll get out of the range of the sensor and it will turn out. See, the lights go off, which is a really nice thing to have in certain setups. So we'll go here on Gregory, one of our players' house, where we did some, customizing. And this here is the sensor, and you can hit right click to turn off all lights. You can right click to turn all lights on. Mind that certain mods doesn't work, depends on the mod you're running. You can also left click to switch between daylight mode and proximity sensor, which means it will turn on only during night and if someone is close. There's proximity sensor only mode, which is basically if someone is close or further, then it turns on and off. And there's only daylight mode, so you even have options to what you want to do with your lights. And of course, those floor lights here are also made by Geekness FR. It's a very cool floor lamp, very dim lighting, or you can use many of them to give this effect. The next 3 mods are made by Kirthos. They are very useful mods, especially for people who like mining, logging, and digging. So the first one is this shovel. It's the BigShovel. The durability is usually 100, but for GBS Modpack, I doubled the durability. And also it can hold 10 dirt units.
Actually 20.
Yeah, on the GBS it's 20 because I've doubled the carry capacity for this modpack.
Oh, okay.
We can also show you the mining, the BetterMining mod. You can see there's 3 different mining skills. One is the pickup range, that increases the range of this ability, which is awesome. By right-clicking, you can get all the rubble around you automatically. I will right-click, poof, 20 units. And since GBS uses 2 times the carry capacity from vanilla, if you hit right-click, you pick up 40 stone. The other skill from BetterMining is strong mining. As you can see, I already have the max level on it, so every time I break this, no big rubbles, you know, the little rubbles you have to break, it won't come off like this, because every level raises 20% chance to directly break the big rubble. So a big rubble comes along and you just mine and right clicks. There you go. And the next mod from Kirthos is the BetterLogging. You can come here on the carpenter profession, and here it is. There's also 3 new skills here. There's wood pulp cleaner that breaks wood pulp around 1 wood pulp that you break. There is stump cleaner, breaks the tree stump in 1 hit, which is great. There is this very magical, very strong expert lumberer skill that cuts the tree trunk when you have already broken its branches and it gets ready to harvest. So, Ma, can you hit that trunk? If you didn't notice, the whole trunk is ready to pick up after 1 hit. Can you hit? Yeah. She hit 1 wood pulp and it break it up. Dingber. Can hit the stump and it clears. Unfortunately, we only got wood pulp here. 1 wood pulp. Oh, there was another one. Huh. It's probably because I have minimum view distance, but yeah, you can see it breaks everything with 1 hit. The next mod is WorldEdit by LordMamph, and it's a really neat mod. It's based on the WorldEdit from Minecraft, so if you know that, that's the same idea. You basically get a wand by typing //wand. Then you get a wand like I already have one here. Then you can type something like //replace air. So if someone, like an admin, was really naughty, was really bad, you can just go and remove their house from existence. Ma, do you have anything to show us?
Yeah.
Exactly. Nah, Gregory's a nice guy, right? Yeah. Are you tired after coming home from a long day of stealing resources from your neighbors?
Yeah.
I didn't even complete it. And not being able to make everything into 1 stack.
Yeah.
Then this next mod by Luke will be your solution. This here is the beautiful container mod. It's like a stockpile 2.0, and what I like it the most is that it's the same size, if I remember correctly, except, you know, in the form of a container, so it's not shitty.
Yeah, I think this mod is my favorite one. Not only because it's a lot of space, but it stacks a lot of items. Like normal stockpiles would stack like 5 sand, and in this mod they stack 20.
Yep. With this mod, you can really put like a bunch of stockpiles inside it. It has 70 spaces for items, and the stack size is the same stack size of the server. So it doesn't stack to the vanilla value, it stacks to whatever the server has set. So that's already really cool. And the next mod is also from Luke, which is this very nice looking sci-fi high-tech ForceField. So if you want to, you know, really protect those wood cards, these really high-tech wood cards you have, you can use those force fields. Here's how it looks a little further away. Next mod is Whovania Mod, and it's made by Doctor Who. It's a really cool mod. It reminds me of mods for Worm Unlimited, where a mod can do lots of nifty things, really neat things by itself. It adds new food items like the best of the best Burrito Supreme. It's a GBS GBC favorite. You have fish sticks. Kanye West still does not understand this, yeah. And we have milk, yeah. Very cool food items that you can do a lot of them here on the kitchen. As you can see, you can also upgrade your tools on the Anvil. So you can, if I remember correctly, here it is. You can upgrade your iron axe using steel, and you can get an iron axe, a steel axe, right? You can also do the same thing for your steel and turn them into modern items here on the factory. There are some changes to vehicles. I will set up that and show you in a second. And the changes to the vehicles are, you can come here on the power cards, you can come here and use biodiesel. Yeah, like a hippie fuel. So you can go around, driving around town on dead animals, basically. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Bison. And they also changed with the Whovania mod. They make them more efficient at driving around. As you can see over there on the bottom left corner, 200% efficiency. It makes the vehicles faster. Ma asked me to drive, so I had a little idea, which is you use WorldEdit to, I think it's /set. It's called road. Yeah. And then we can you move?
Yeah.
It's hold W. The problem is, I don't think I have a full-length road.
Fast.
Yeah. This is not vanilla.
I never drove this.
Whoop! Next mod on the list is the GreenLeaf Modpack. It's an object pack. You can see here we have a really good looking double door, and it's 3x1. So it's centered and it looks really nice. Our players are using it everywhere pretty much. And it also adds, which I would like to see more in the server, double vertical windows, which you can open. It's sliding windows. And you also get here in this house, let's see where I can put this. Can put it right here. There we go, metal sliding window, which looks really nice.
The cool thing about the door is that the wood cards, they pass through it, so it's a nice door to have on mines or something that you need to pick up stuff.
Yeah, it really is. I didn't think about that before. You don't have to make a double vanilla door and squeeze your cards through it. It's really nice. And I've spoken to Flo, and he's going to keep updating it. Maybe a little slower, but still looking forward to more objects. It's really high quality, and it doesn't drop FPS, which is super cool. Next mod is Admin Utils or Admin Utilities by Produxon. It's a really good mod. Like, it's pretty much a must-have. You can do really simple things like /backup or /save. It will back up and save your game. You can also do stuff like dump command log, which will dump the console output from the server. You can do export item lists, export chat log, export stats, and will create log files basically on a folder in your server. It's a really good mod. Produxon is coming back, I think, next week, and he will keep updating this. And he will also update Group Manager, which is another mod that I cannot use right now, but I tried my best to use on this mod pack, but it doesn't work in 7.3.3. But maybe next week he'll update it, and it's a really good mod too, so watch out, keep your eyes open for Group Manager. Spoffy, Rubble, and debris removal. Another mod that really should be vanilla. It adds commands to remove all kinds of debris from the world and rubble. So here we have some logs and some debris right on Dr. Ron PhD farms. He won't like it, so you can just go and clear rubble with debris. It takes a little while because, you know, if there's 300 rubble in the world, it might take 10 seconds. But you can also do falling trees, and it removes logs. Mari, can you show us the next type?
Yeah. You type clear rubble stone.
It removes all stone, and it does that for the whole world, not just where you are at. So it's a really powerful command for admins that are having lags on their server because people are not using excavators how they should, or they are leaving a lot of rubble or debris behind. This helps a lot. And for this next section, I will show you my mods, or mods that I adapted to work better with GBS. The first one, you can come here to the survivalist and you get a new specialty. It looks really vanilla. Mari did the icons. Here it is. All the construction skills is under the builder tree now. And research that usually require a construction skill, like stone construction skill, now actually requires builder. And if I give myself no skills, whoops, and I raise my skills, I still have builder because it's a zero cost specialization. All you have to do when you start the game is research it, and then you read the scroll and you will unlock it. It does not count towards, you know, specialization costs. You can just come here and buy each one normally.
Yeah. As we already have some playthroughs, we were really interested in giving the city a better aesthetics, so it was really important everybody should be able to build properly. So we didn't want to put each construction in specializations. We wanted to do a different thing so everybody can make beautiful houses without struggling that much.
Yeah, and I think it really paid off, because what would happen on our previous playthroughs with our group was that people would only build with the materials they unlocked or the professions they unlocked, because we were using construction mod, which groups differently than what I do. It would group brick construction, for instance, with masonry and bricklaying, and you would have it here, which is a really good mod. It's another way to deal with it until the developers overhaul the construction. But the way I did it is because I know the people from my group really likes to be able to be free to build. However, I don't like giving free skills. I don't like having, you know, it's not creative mode. So I wanted him to spend their XP. And Builder also forces, if you look at Builder skill book, it's not that expensive. It doesn't take too long to research. But if you have, say, 2, 3, 4 people on a server or more, they could collaborate to make this research. And it actually, engineering depends on it. And a lot of other stuff depends on it. So you can progress the game without it. So what this does, in my opinion, is make people play together right from the get-go, right from the beginning. Ma, do you have anything to add?
No, I was just saying that this is a very early playthrough, only 1 or 2 days, and the houses already looks nice. It's not end game houses, but they are not just blocks of wood or something. So this mod allows this. The earliest houses are already nice to look.
Yeah, I agree. Next little mod on the list is crafting blast furnaces at Anvils. I think this mod already existed, but it was outdated, so I just made it. I think you just have to change 1 or 2 lines, but it's a really good patch. I don't really know why you can do it in vanilla, because you don't really should be making tailings later on the game when you already have anvils and blast furnaces, so that's all that adds. Next mod on the list is default Auth Fix, which is a very simple fix. Certain items like the ice boxes, notoriously when you place them down, they have public auth, public authentication instead of inherited or whitelist, which is not really a very good idea to have on a public server. And it also changes other items like the mint, which is usually public auth, and that's not a good idea at all. Next one up is dirt money. I've made this mod because we would always joke about making our currency bean based or dirt backed. There was also jokes about making sand dollars or dollars made with sand, so that's what you can do now. You can back currency, and our official currency is usually magic beans. So that's what you can do. Oh, the currency name already exists in another mint because someone in the server already made magic beans. And you can also make, which probably already exists. Oh yeah, you can also do stuff with tailings now. And if you want to download this Modpack or download this mod separately, for your public server, if you have a public server for other people to join, I would remove this because it's cheaty. We only did this because it's funny, because we had one of our members constantly say he wanted currency made out of tailings. Gregory, yeah, I made that for you, my man. And you can also back it with dirt, which gives the name of the mod if I can find it. Here it is. Whoops, gotta give a name. Dirty money. There's another currency with that name, so we can come here. We have magic beans, circulation, which is the official, I think, for the server, and then we have dirty money, which is made by Itzilla to compete. We'll see who will win. And the next few mods are really small changes, but here on GBS we have 2 times the carry capacity, so instead of 20 stone you carry 40, instead of 20 bricks you carry 40, and things like that. And of course that's inspired by the Carry More mod. It's pretty much that with a couple other changes and merging basically the other mods with the files we have on the GBS Modpack. There's also some changes to Kirthos to allow for this kind of grabbing 40 stone, because Kirthos grabs 20 maximum for now. I have already spoke to him, maybe it's going to change, I don't know, but it now grabs 40. And we also have the Misc or the Miscellaneous Improvements mod, which for now it only allows you to add wood pulp as a fuel for bakery oven and stuff like that. You can see that, I think CDK has that, don't know if other mods do it, but currently Misc Improvements is a standalone mod. I might publish it later on if it gets more miscellaneous improvements. Moving down the list, we have Planetary Defense, which is my mod. It's really simple right now. I want to make it more involved and maybe a little more complex later on, but what it does right now is just like we have the Builder mod, putting out things here together on the very start of the tech tree. We have Planetary Defense on the very last research people will make. And it's much more expensive than the usual way. That's all the resources you need. We might make it more expensive later on. It takes 1,440 minutes, which is 24 hours, a whole day to research Planetary Defense. And what it does? Well, level 1 you can make laser, level 2 you can make the computer lab. Why is it like this? Well, I've noticed during my playthroughs that usually 1 or 2 or a group of maximum of 3 players rush the lasers, while everyone is is either enjoying collaborating, enjoy building community projects together, or enjoying building up and playing up the economy. Some people like to have a store and restock it, living the dream of the eco world. And then 2 or 3 people rush the laser. They build it, they destroy it when no one is online, and then they boast about it on the chat, they boast about it on Discord, and then 5 minutes later they start making votes for a wipe. They start asking for the server to be wiped. Why they do that? I don't know. Now if they want to do that, they have to wait a day. And that's it. That's basically it.
Yeah, and if you work and do stuff, study, you don't have much time to play, and then in a week or maybe 2 they ask for a wipe, and everybody stops playing because the meteor is destroyed. So it's not very fun for people that don't spend all the day playing. And I think this will balance and improve the game a lot more.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Ma. That's why this mod exists, but I will give you a hint what I want to do, and I know people that are already doing it, and if they do it first, I integrate my mod with theirs, is make the difficulty more dynamic. So if someone kills the meteor, let's say, but if someone kills the meteor, the idea to have the Planetary mod to regenerate the meteor over and over again, each time harder, taking more resources and less time for the meteor to hit. So instead of wiping the server, which I don't like to ever do in any game, you have the meteor destroy the planet and then you wipe. That's the dream. And finally, the last two mods is Pollute More, which what it does is just a very simple patch, flat 15% increase in pollution made by all the polluters, objects, not vehicles, which is stove, oil refinery, factory, cement kiln, and blast furnace. The vehicles are not touched because they are okay compared to those machines, and the reason for the Pollute More is because in vanilla we had maybe 10 active players and maybe 30 total, maybe more people playing casually, and we didn't even make any sort of dent in the environment. Whereas in another playthrough where things were polluting 300-400% more in a playthrough we had, the planet started becoming Venus. So yeah, you have to strike a balance with the pollution balance, because it's either doesn't do anything or it kills the planet too fast. So I think each server might have to configure the pollution for their player base. And Mark, can you show us?
Yeah.
So the final mod is Toutboom Excavator. Toutboom is one of our players. He is a legendary dwarf on my eyes. It makes a little more pollution. So the changes are here. It's 20% faster moving, it's more efficient running in different types of terrain. It has 20% lower fuel consumption, 24% more polluting. It has more storage and more fuel space. And now we've reached the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped you get to know some of the mods that currently exist on our eco community. I hope if you don't like mods that you at least give it a try. What really brought me to the modding world or to mod my games was Minecraft mods, and after that I would play Skyrim with 140 mods or Fallout 4 with 120, X-Rebirth with 70 mods. Modding is really awesome. I'd really like to thank the modding community on Eco, people that have helped me, and I hope that by doing this I'm giving it back at least a little bit for the community in Eco. Do you want to add anything, Ma?
Yeah, just thank everyone for watching. I also hope this helps you, and I hope we were able to show how mods work properly and everybody can understand. That's it.
See you next time, hopefully on the 7.4 version. Have fun!